Module 5, Health and Safety Committees and Representatives. Joint Health and Safety Committees. The OHSA says that workplaces with 20 or more workers must set up a Joint Health and Safety Committee or JHSC. In workplaces where there are 50 or more workers, the committee must have at least 4 members. Importantly, it must be composed of 1/2 management and at least 1/2 worker representatives. Additionally, worker representatives must be elected or selected by the workers or their union. The role of health and safety committees includes 1. To act as an advisory body. 2. To identify potential and actual hazards and obtain information about them. 3. To recommend corrective actions. 4. To assist in resolving work refusal cases. 5. To participate in investigations, e.g., incidents, work refusals, and workplace inspections. And 6. To be present for health and safety-related testing. The committee plays an important role in helping to keep workplaces safe. The process for keeping the workplace safe is generally as follows. 1. Members of the committee who represents workers regularly inspect the workplace. 2. Then the information from these inspections is brought back to the committee. 3. The committee then makes recommendations to the employer to improve health and safety. After this, the employer has to respond to these recommendations within a short period of time. So, how can you get involved in keeping your workplace safe? Under the right to participate, you can participate as a member of the JHSC or help your JHSC with health and safety inspections by pointing out possible hazards in your work area. Now, let's talk about what to look for and what to ask in your workplace. You should be on the lookout for the following posted health and safety information, because under the OHSA, your employer must post the OHSA and other health and safety information in your workplace, such as an occupational health and safety poster. Have the names posted of your health and safety representative or joint health and safety committee members. These are people you can talk to if you need help. And if your workplace has more than 5 workers, your employer has to post the company health and safety policy. If you can't find any of this information in your workplace, talk to your supervisor about it. Additionally, you should be on the lookout for hazards to yourself or others. Before you start your workday, you should ask yourself questions like, are there warning labels or signs? Is there something I could slip or trip on? Do I need protective equipment? Do I know how to do this job safely? Working together for safety. If an employer knows about a hazard and doesn't try to eliminate or reduce it, or make sure the workers are told about it and how to deal with it, that employer is not doing what the law requires. If a supervisor knows about a hazard and doesn't explain to the workers how to deal with it, that supervisor is not doing what the law requires. If a worker knows about a hazard and doesn't report it to the supervisor or the employer, that worker is not doing what the law requires. If you see a hazard on the job, you have a duty to speak up. We must all work together for safety. What to do if you see something unsafe? If you see something unsafe that could hurt someone, you need to report it to your supervisor or your employer, as well as your health and safety committee. If the employer or supervisor doesn't fix the problem, you can call the Ministry of Labor, Training and Skills Development. Before starting your job, make sure you know the answers to the following questions. What are the hazards of this job? Is there any special training needed for this job? Do I have the right protective equipment for this job? If I have any questions about safety, who do I ask? If you don't know the answers to these questions, ask your supervisor. This concludes the training on worker health and safety awareness. After completing this training, you should know what the OHSA is and its purpose, what your duties are including those of your employer/supervisor, what your rights are and how to exercise each of them, common hazards in the workplace and how to protect yourself from hazards, the regulations and role of the Joint Health and Safety Committee, that your employer must provide you with workplace-specific and WHMIS training, where to find health and safety information in the workplace, including who the members of the Joint Health and Safety Committee are, To complete the knowledge check, please click on the course overview button in the top right corner of your page, and then click on the quiz.